remember what Derek said.
Okay.
I know, right? We're right.
They left the house at 11 o'clock. Derek said that at one time, and Kelsey verified it.
They didn't leave the house at 11 o'clock.
Well,
That's what 11 o'clock is when they asked to go the first
That's
time.
what Becky said. But then Derek came out and
Kelsey
said.
also said later.
But then Derek came out and
Kelsey
said.
also said later. They never had their story straight until recently.
Well, Becky told me on the
Is
phone.
your story straight now?
Becky told me on the phone. I said, "What time did what time did they leave the house?" Now she can't be so definitive, but this is her. She said, "No." I don't know how she know that except for through Kelsey. And then I said, "What time did they get to the bridge?" 1:45. I mean, that was
Right.
That was a verbal.
Yeah, I heard
that
the
was
exact
exact.
I know they went back through with times and looked at, phone records to get exact times.
Yeah, and then they came
But
back.
that was
It was
after
1:17
Derek.
or
That
it was
she only
2:30.
said that out of the bag. That they didn't call until they got to the
1:38.
park.
Yeah, exactly.
But Derek also
Is
said
it 1:38?
they didn't leave the house until 11, or they left at 11.
I haven't even told Carrie what the cause of
Then what happened?
So we'd gone to the house and gathered up her things, and I dropped them off. And she spent the night, and I worked 2 jobs at that time, so I was finishing up my shift at the nursing home. And she had texted me and said, "Is it okay if I stay for dinner?" And this is like at 12:30, and I said,
And
well,
this was
that's
at your
fine.
house?
Yeah, she was
Okay.
at their house, and I said, "Well, that's fine, but I have to be at my other job at 4. So if you can't stay until 8." And somebody can't, it's going to be one of those deals. Either you stay until I can get off of work, or if, Kelsey's come back to town, or they're, want to get rid of you, they'll have to drop you off.
Carrie, would you be okay with telling us about February 13th, 2017, prior to the girls going missing? Did anything seem out of the ordinary?
Nothing out of the ordinary other than, that morning I had sent her and her sister Snapchats, good morning, have a good day kind of thing. And on my way to work, Libby had Snapchatted me back and said, well, she'd sent me a picture and she was still laying in bed. And I was like, what are you still doing in bed? It's like 9:30. And she reminded me again that she had the day off school and that she was just kind of hanging out, not really doing a whole lot. And I went on to work. We kind of snapped back and forth, messaged back and forth a little bit that morning while I was at work, but it was just a normal day. There was nothing seemed odd until Kelsey messaged me around the time I was about to get off work. And considering that she didn't normally just text me like that, or she called me actually, and I sent her to voicemail because I was still at work.